The U.S. House of Representatives today passed the $1.7 trillion federal spending bill, sending it to President Biden to sign into law. It passed mostly along party lines ahead of the midnight government shutdown deadline, with just 9 Republicans joining the Democrats. The massive bill will fund federal agencies through next September and also includes aid to Ukraine and disaster relief. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is back home in Kyiv now. His trip to Washington for a joint meeting of Congress on Wednesday helped secure a new $1.8 billion military aid package for his country. Zelensky said that he's back at work and optimistic that assistance will help Ukrainian forces.
Good morning, all. As you can hear, phones are working here. I am in my office. We are working toward victory. We will defeat them all.
Russian missile strikes overnight hit the eastern and southern regions of Ukraine. Officials reported at least 6 civilians died. North Korea fired 2 ballistic missiles toward its eastern waters, the latest show of force amid rising tensions. It comes just days after the U.S. and South Korea's warplanes conducted joint drills. Japan lodged a diplomatic protest and strongly condemned the North's provocation.
North Korea's series of rapidly escalating provocations threatens the peace and security of Japan, the region, and the international community, and must not be tolerated. It violates the United Nations relevant Security Council resolutions, and Japan has lodged a strong protest.
North Korea has conducted an unprecedented number of missile tests this year. The South has called the latest launches a, quote, grave provocation. Health officials in China are warning that COVID-19 infections will likely peak there next week. That comes as the country's hospitals are already flooded with patients. One Shanghai hospital estimates that half of that city's 25 million people will be infected by the end of next week. People are also lined up to receive anti-epidemic drugs like ibuprofen to treat their symptoms and to lessen the burden on hospitals. Back in this country, the FDA now clearly states that morning-after pills like Plan B do not cause abortions. Anti-abortion advocates have erroneously claimed that they qualify as abortion pills. Now, product packaging will include new language explaining that they work before fertilization and don't prevent a fertilized egg from implanting in the womb. And stocks closed higher on Wall Street on this day before Christmas Eve. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 176 points to close at 33,204. The Nasdaq rose 22 points, and the S&P 500 also added 22. Still to come on the NewsHour, migrants camp at the U.S. southern border amid freezing temperatures. The country of Jordan battles an influx of illegal drugs from neighboring Syria. David Brooks and Jonathan Capehart analyze this week's top stories and much more.
This is the PBS NewsHour from WETA Studios in Washington and in the West from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.